Raw here, Punch Out Boxing, here with the $1 billion baby herself, Francesca Hennessey. Hey, making it look easy, which is a good sign. The great Naz Hamed used to do the same thing.
Oh, definitely. Look, it's great to get those rounds in. Even that, I didn't feel like it was my best performance, but look, I'm still young, I'm still learning, and it's great to fight people like that.
I think you're being too harsh on yourself. I mean, it's impressive the way you got her walking onto a couple of lead left hooks.
Yeah.
So, fight by fight, showing something new each time. I was just talking to your coach, Bradley. You look like you can make a lot of these Latino pressure fighters look foolish. Wonder, do you want to maybe sort of come up against some different styles? Maybe someone really technical, someone that have you thinking a bit more?
Yeah, definitely. Look, I just want to gain as much experience, come against all different types of opponents, because no one's the same. At the end of the day, in this game, everyone's different. You're gonna have so many different types of styles you come up against. So any different style, as you said, someone who's a bit more of a technician, someone who's a bit more come forward, any of those fights would be great for me. I'm not here to just knock someone out and look great and get all the fans going because of that. I wanna progress and be one of the best, and that's what you have to do. You have to take on fights like that who are gonna push you and give you that experience.
I mean, that was 6 rounds. Bradley wants you to go up to 8 rounds now. So, I mean, how frequently do you think you can? Well, obviously you're young, so your recovery will be very quick.
Yeah, definitely. Look, I'm a long round fighter. I always have been since I've been a young girl. 8, 10 rounds, I do it now. And tomorrow they call me up, say 8 rounds, I do it. So yeah, I'm a long round fighter, especially with the 2 minute round. It's like 6 rounds, 6 twos. It's not enough. At the end of the day, it flies by, and you don't have loads of time to break your opponent down, which is what I'm good at. I'm good at breaking my opponent down, as you said, bringing them onto shots, seeing what their weaknesses are, and then adapting on that.
It was interesting what you said to my colleague there that you do like to work fighters out. So you're not an instinctive fighter; you're more cerebral.
Sorry, what does cerebral?
Um, you're thinking about what you're doing rather than just acting on instinct.
Oh, 100%. I'm a thinker in the gym. That's Brad will tell you. Like, we'll sit down, talk about what I need to improve on, and work on it in the gym. And then when I come into sparring, I'll be working on these things. That's what makes a great fighter. You've got to work on these things, and you can't just throw willy nilly. You've got to think about what you're doing in there, because at the end of the day, it takes one shot and then it's all over. So you've got to be thinking about what you're doing in there.
Do you think these sort of fights are you aware of what you're doing wrong yourself, or does Bradley go away and tell you? I mean, how much of that is not that you're going to reveal it on camera, but are you aware of that?
Yeah, I always watch my fight backs and analyze it and see what I need to work on. So, and Brad will sit down with me, my dad will sit down with me and tell me what I need to work on in camp the next time out. So, yeah, we'll all sit down and see what I need to work on. But the last fight you saw in there, I was working on taking half a step and countering, and that is exactly what I was doing in there. So I'm happy with that, because last time out I feel like I took too many steps away from my opponent, if that makes sense.
I know it's a bit early to talk about future opponents, and I just talked to my colleague there. But one of them, Joe, won you. She was there ringside, maybe scoping you out. You're both young, both got the same weight class. I mean, I know it won't be yet, but it's sort of like we want to beat the drums for.
Look, I know Joanna won you. She's a great girl. We spar all the time, and we're actually good friends. So yeah, look, it could potentially be a fight in the future. But yeah, as I said, I like Joanna. We get on well, and if it happens down the line, it happens down the line. But yeah, she's a great girl and definitely a great fighter.
Even if you're friends, you know she's French. England's got to beat France.
Look, yeah, look. At the end of the day, look, whatever happens, happens down the line. But yeah, as I said, she's a great fighter, and yeah, it might make a great fight down the line. But we're good friends, and who knows what's going to happen in the future? No one knows.
Well, plenty of time for you to worry about that. Um, yeah, your brother, he's been trying to bust your moves over there in Thailand and those blue moon, full moon parties. Tell him to come back. Yeah, he belongs here with the boxing, not out there partying.
I know he does. He's got that great experience. But you know what? He's been doing this since he's been 11 years of age, and just honestly so dedicated to the sport, like you wouldn't believe. Had no youth life really, just always in the gym, always working towards his goals. So he needs like a year out he wants to take just for himself. He's not going to be going crazy, but he just needs that for himself to recover, live a little. I haven't been boxing nowhere near as long as my brother boxed. he's been a servant to the sport. He had over 100 amateur fights. He's had loads of pro fights. So I think he does need a well-deserved rest. But when he's back, he'll be back better than ever.
Yeah, can't wait for it, and can't wait for your next fight. Any idea when it will be?
I have no idea yet. I had 2 weeks notice before this fight, so I'm hoping to get a bit more notice towards my next fight. You know, get it announced, get ticket sales a bit more earlier, um, maybe more preparation, more sparring. But I'm always in the gym, so there's no excuses. But yeah, just maybe a little bit more notice would be a bit nicer.
All right, Fran, always a pleasure. We look forward to seeing you out next time.